is a video for Secret Chest Slots, the app template. We do have a full PDF documentation in written form. We're just doing this to give you a little more perspective, let you see quickly where and what you have to change, and we will be doing some smaller videos on how to speed up the process, some of the images and little tricks we found along the way. But this is strictly just to show you where to find certain things and anything else I can think of. Try to make it quick. I know you're busy. Alright, so some of this stuff I'm sure is a little crazy because some advanced users, but for the beginners, just make sure you set up your new app ID, get your provisioning profiles, put in your identifier here, get your team set up, go down, get everything set up on this side of it with your profiles. You can even come in here, rename it. A prompt will come up here, hit rename if you want your target name to match this. Just come up and manage schemes, remove it, and auto create there, then that'll match. Another file to look out for is this. It's real important. This is where you will put your Chartboost IDs. I'll come back to this. This is how many spins in between ads during gameplay. This is how many minutes the user has to wait between being able to watch rewarded videos on the Chartboost side to earn more coins. This is going to be your URL for the Rate app. Don't worry about this. And this is to turn push on and off. I recommend you use it. It helps with user engagement. You can set up a free account and use up to 5 apps on it. If you're doing a free and paid version, you could probably even use the same ID, so that would give you 10 apps on a free account. So another file, like I said, I'd come back to this. Basically, this is just to turn on and off the AppLovin pop-up ads during gameplay and going from gameplay to lobby. And that is because when you're in the lobby, you will see there's a More Games button, which is for Chartboost. There's a Free Games button, which is a pop-up for an AppLovin interstitial. So let's say, like right now in a free version, I only want to show AppLovin, so this is to yes. I turn off the Chartboost interstitial pop-up ads, but I do have on the More Games and rewarded videos. So if I wanted to show all Chartboost, I would turn this off in a free version and run it that way. Or another reason this is here is because if I want to do a paid version, I would turn this off, because on the dashboard on the AppLovin side, the ads are on, and that allows you to run the free game without turning that off. So a little more control. Another file to keep an eye on is where all your in-app purchases are going to be. Recognize that folder. Whoops. Sorry about that. Let it go there. Okay, there's 3 things in here I want to show you. Here's your in-app purchases. Okay, now the cool things here, one of the cool things here is the fact that it shows the value. So if you download the original version of my app in the store, or even if you just run the version that you're going to have here, you're going to be able to see what it looks like in the store. But when you're setting up your in-app purchases, it's pretty easy because they're all consumable, but you're setting up coins. You see that it's $1.99, so you know your price tier, so it's price tier 2, and then you can name it. So it's not like you're having to overthink this. You're just going in, and once you get on a roll, it goes pretty quick. And then, of course, you're going to want to test all that in the sandbox environment, take screenshots, and add your images. Now the cool part about this is the first time you do it, it may take some time because you're going to have to set your in-app purchases up to get the ID, save it, then go back and put the ID in here, all of them, test it, screenshot it, send those to yourself, then go back in and manually add them. But save those screenshots, because depending on your theme or how much you change it, just as long as you're still testing them, the images aren't going to be much different. So you're not going to have to do that manually. That way, when you go in and set up your 22 in-app purchases, instead of having to create an ID, test it, take a screenshot, go back in, and then you're double, looking at all those screens double, you can do it in all one shot. So when I go in after I've done it once and have the images, I'm sitting there and I'm creating a consumable in-app purchase for coins, priced here to $1.99. Add my screenshot, and I also will open up like an older app of the description, the title and the description of the in-app purchase, and I will be copying and pasting that along the way. So it goes very quick. Hands might get a little sore, but it goes very quick. Second thing I want to show you is the first cache, so you can give the user however many coins you want to start up, and the leaderboard ID right there. So I don't set it up as an achievement, I set it up as a leaderboard ID just for coins earned. So that's the three things there. I'll go ahead and hit run just so you can see it. And after this runs, I will show you a few things in the folder. As you can see, the files, everything you have to change. And I guess the main theme when I do show you those files is anything that's highlighted in the green and the blue, like the folders where you can mark folders, is going to need to be reskinned. Now, if you see something in the video now that isn't there later, it's because we found a way to cut some of the files, some of the duplicate files, images like splash screens loading or pulling from two different sources to cut megabytes down, so your final upload to the store and then for the user to download is less. So we can cut 10 or 12 megabytes off that. By doing that, we will. So if it's not there by the time you see it in this video, don't worry about it. That means we've improved it. So free games, pop-up, interstitial, app loving, more games, chart boost, pay tables. I'll talk about these images real quick. Folders, rate app. I'm not going to click it. Chart boost rewarded video here. Make sure you sorry about that. Make sure you set up your publishing campaign as a rewarded video, not a video. It's different. Settings, leaderboard, about. The way that I would search this, it's in the written instructions. You can change this text. You can say anything developed by, updated by, in the name. There's another spot in here for you to add something else. I kept the jewel beat here because I didn't change the sounds. That's just giving credit where credit's due. If you do want to find that, an easy way to do it, just search this because it's only a few spots in the game. And the code. Boom, right there. But this is in the written instructions. Everything's good here. Even in the simulator. Great animation. It's late. But even in the simulator, it's very, very quick. So you're going to see ads going from game to lobby, and then from here every 10 spins. I'm going to mute this, and I'm going to get out of here. I'll come back to it. So here are your files, just so I can show you the difference. Again, this is what I'm talking about, a highlight. The green and the yellow has to be reskinned. Let's just start with the main things here. I'm going to try to go quick. These are your slot reel icons. There's two different sizes. I think there's 12 images. You're going to want to change those so your game is unique, and we require you to change those. Now, you're going to see this blue in the coins image, a few different spots. You're seeing it up here, and you see this weird format. This is, in a sprite, and what a sprite does is it basically, I mentioned this in the description, but it packs images into bundles like this. So normally if you have a button and you have all this dead space around here, every time you do something in an app, it has to draw the images from separate sources, and the more draws you have, the more memory and the more laggish a game can get. I know that's pretty generic the way to explain it, but it doesn't have to be complicated. So a lot of these images, if you're going to change them, you've got to know what you're doing with Texture Packer or any sort of a sprite sheet software. But what we've done is left all this in sprites, things you shouldn't want to change because, to be honest with you, I'm sure you can make better buttons and menu buttons, but they're very clean, and this is not the kind of thing that people usually focus on, trying to make their app look different, because a lot of time can go into creating buttons that flow with an app. So, you can hear my fan going there. It's getting hot. Anyway, so we converted and made sure everything that you need to change is in PNG, so it's easy to do. Probably done it before, and then all the things you shouldn't have to change we've left in sprites are converted to sprites, so it saves space. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. I have never seen it like that, and at Rescan and I bought several codes, so pretty cool. Anyway, so change these. You don't have to change these. This is what you're going to see inside of X out of that. Of course, you don't want to run. Don't be stubborn. I know user. Back to that. But anyway, this is what you're going to see when you're playing the game. Your slot reels are right here. Now, I'm going to do a separate video that shows you how to change these files, whether or not you're good at Photoshop. So there's going to be a Photoshop version of how to do it, and an out of Photoshop version how to do it, which is a lot of times what I do because it's quicker for me. So don't focus on these. You can see they're not highlighted. If you do want to change that, again, I will show you how, but just focus on your lobby background. When you open the app, you're going to see your main theme here. So you're just changing your background, the lobby, your slot reel icons. You don't have to change the buttons. I mean, none of the menus, the winning thing, the pop-ups, none of that. Go into template again, focus on the things that are highlighted. There's 4 folders in here. This is an easy folder. It's got one thing. This is what you're going to see. Look right in the middle of the screen. Right here. Okay? Now an easy way to do this, just an example, I think this is what? 42, 417. So just look at how quick. I'm tired. I'm not in a good position here. I guess I'm getting sloppy here. So now all of a sudden I've got this. Again, you can make these as intricate as you want. Use Photoshop, use multiple layers, do all sorts of things. But if you're really just trying to create something that somebody's going to see for about a half second with your own graphics, done very quickly. I do that so I can see the borders, then I would go in, create, or find the folder where I have my graphics, and I would just copy and paste, exit out so it saves, take this name, copy it, and delete this file, put my name in here, boom, it's done. Okay. Icons, nothing new, create them for all these sizes in either this folder or this folder, and copy and paste and replace all the others. So now you've got icon folder, 2 folders that they're pulling from. Right now we're trying to eliminate one of the folders that pulls your launch images to cut out about 10 or 11, well, probably about 11 and a half megabytes. But right now and again, by the time you have this code, this folder may be empty, or these may be gone. It's the same thing. But anyway, you have two destinations for your icons, two destinations for your splash screens, resource folder, and image assets, then for the icons. You can see it here. Also in the resource, you see that images file, only 4 images here. This is what you're going to see in the lobby right here. Okay, so that's really it. Those are basic images you have to change to make this your own game. If you want to go very specific on your themes, I will show you how to change even this, all these. It's going to be another video because not everybody's going to want to do that, and this video would get too long. It probably is already too long. So thanks again for watching. If you have any questions, don't hesitate. We're here to help you. We appreciate you taking the time. Take care.